we are one of the main reasons why there's a certain sound that's out now that's still this ratchet sound. When you walk in and the money is all the way to your knees. I would do Playboy before I did the sex tape.
Okay.
When I'm in the building, mix 32 flavors, got this catch a feeling. First name Diamond, all I rock is diamonds. First name Diamond, all I rock is diamonds.
What's going on, folks? Nothing better to do. I'm Blockzilla and you're watching the No Judgment Zone. Today I have a lovely guest. We actually go back, haven't seen her in a while though. Well, actually I saw you last week. My homegirl Diamond is in the building. What's going on?
What's up?
I am good. I saw you having a good time at you guys' show. They'll all see it this summer on your new show, Sisterhood of Hip Hop.
Yeah.
How was it with these reality cameras on you 24/7? Because I know you turned down a bunch of reality shows before.
Right.
But how was it with these cameras on you?
Well, let me just start by my whole thought process and going into making a decision to want to be a part of this network. Tip and Tiny have been like my big brother and sister since forever. Just coming up from that whole Atlanta movement. I mean, to the point where going to baby showers type really, really close. And, you know, when they told me that, you know, he was one of the producers of a show that really showcased women and not just their personal life, but what goes on behind the closed doors of the sacrifices we make, not just being cute on the red carpet or being cute looking at, you know, the video, how you want the world to see you, but just really showing real things. And for me, on top of, I have always been the type that is so for empowering women and connecting the dots. However, I was like, shoot, why not? This is history. We're making history that's never been done before. And I don't really like when people try to say that, you know, it's never been a lot of women. It has been a lot. It was a time where it was, you know, Left Eye Out, Missy Elliott, Kim, Foxy, Eve, Brat, like. But to really see that women can have disagreements but work together or get money together, just like you'll see some dudes beefing it out in the industry, shooting it out, all of that, and then at some point they can come together and get this money and just really turn up. So it's amazing. We're all different women. We come from different places and we share a lot of things in common. And, you know, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
I've been watching your interviews. I followed your career and I could see that you have been hurt, that you're hurt. And in between you keeping it private, you know, you can still say, well, you know, people might not see it, but she's hurt. So how has it helped you so far as, like, you know, it being therapeutic and allowing you to open up again? Or was there a scene that they was like, you know what, I don't know, but you guys shot anyway?
I guess, yeah, it has been a couple of those scenes, but I think for me, just speaking out about some things that happened to me and one of my past relationships, and not really wanting to speak out because I never wanted to play that victim role or for people to look at me as a victim, but also knowing that this is what you sign up for. It's important to get it out. Women will appreciate you and respect you for that. So me speaking on some things that I had bottled up in me has really helped me. I put it into my music, and I had other women, you know, in the industry and just women on the street to stop me and tell me how much me speaking on it has really helped them. So if I'm put in a position to where I'm always, you know, are influencing or impacting women, then why not still be able to flip it around and help them?
Put it out on the Breakfast Club. You said that your old relationship with Scrappy was abusive physically and verbally and mentally. How did you hide that? Because if you guys got into a fight together, how did you hide it? Was it like hits on the arm? How did you hide that?
I would say that a lot of the gigs that I was supposed to go to, I canceled a lot of those because of not wanting to show up and appear in a certain light. But I'm not gonna really go too deep into that. You have to really just watch the show, and I can really show and give examples and go into detail about it. But I think for me, the biggest thing, I come from a strong family and never giving up. My father was hit by a drunk driver when I was 3, took a blow to the face on the way to work. It was my my half brother, and at the time my stepmother. And the drunk driver ran the red light and was about to hit my stepmom. My father impacted the car, took a bumper to the face, went through multiple surgeries, and you know, and just seeing him every day, like seeing him and knowing that a lot of people would have given up, and I just come from never giving up. And every time I hear the word no, to me in the back of my mind is yes. And you tell me no, anything that I say I want to do, if it's an idea or a barrier that I want to break down, a person try to say, she can't do it, or no, I'm like, all right, I'll show you. So failure and quitting was never an option for me, no matter what happened to me. And I never really cared what people thought about me, but I knew that it will be a point of time to where I could tell my story. And
you telling your story with family, with T.I. and Tiny,
they're not on the show,
but they're producing
it, and I trust them that I trust them with my story.
Yeah,
I know that it's not gonna be altered in the way that someone else wants it to be altered for, you know, whatever. And most importantly, at the end of the day, it's about my music. And a lot of people, I've cleared the air and allowed people to know that I'm single. I've been single. You know, just because I have certain relationships with people that I'm really cool with, there's no beef with, doesn't mean like, you know, I'm still in a relationship. So just letting people get back focused on me being an artist, being in the industry 10 years, being, you know, platinum, first jump, you know what I'm saying, like, and just being super talented. Just get back to my music, and I'll open up and still share other things that people want to know from me, but just focus on the music, not try to too much focus on my personal life. So I've also been able to get that across, that message across in here.
That she's single, but not for long. But is it different for you making music now that you are single? Because you've been in a relationship pretty much your whole career. Like, you were with Scrap, then you were with Soulja Boy for a minute, for a while. So is it different now making music, now that you're single, now that you don't have these, not controlling hands, but, well, in one way controlling, but these hands that are going to be like, hey, use this speed, or hey, do this with your career?
Yeah, I could say that more people feel like, a lot of guys in the industry feel like they can approach me more, and I feel too that I can be more open and just show that I'm a cool chick. You know, sometimes, you know, and it may not be them fearing who I'm in a relationship. It might be just a respect factor, you know, where people want to feel like they can reach out to you and be like, hey, hop on this, or come through the studio, chill, listen to some tracks, or, oh, I got a show here, let's all mob through, like really connecting without people having to think because it's a female rapper and a guy rapper is automatically something, or, you know, but yeah, I think that this time around I've been, and I love Rico Love and Jim Johnson, I've been allowing myself to play with live instruments, and that's what I'm getting across to the world. We had live pianists to come in, live drummers to come in, and with this record, my single, None of Y'all, you would get a chance
Rico
to
Love
that Rico Love produced,
Giving You That Fire,
and Jim Johnson. They're so amazing. It really shows that, like I said, everything that I'm telling you in my interview is in my music. You understand? Like, it's going back to the basics, to me being talented and who I am and all the things that I've accomplished.
Oh, I know you're single now, and that's your focus, but I do have to talk about Crime Mob. Is there ever a possibility that you guys can get back together?
Yeah, absolutely.
It is. So now, being at this case, do you regret going so hard for Scrappy? I know because you guys have beef now, so do you regret going so hard for him and not sort of riding with your group members a little more?
He had nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with it?
Mm-mm. He had nothing to do with that.
So you don't regret going, because I know they got beef with him too.
Oh, really?
As far as like their contract and everything else?
I kept that separate. Like, the disagreements that Crime Mob had, it was, I mean, you gotta understand, we were kids. You gotta understand, everything stopped. No going to basketball games with our friends, no going to prom, no. So we was forced into a lot of different things. We experienced managers stealing money, we were homesick, like, but we had some great memories. We toured the world, we met some great people. We are one of the main reasons why there's a certain sound that's out now that's still this ratchet sound that's been able to live, is because of us. One of the reasons.
So what was it like recording Knuck If You? Because they still play Knuck If You Buck in the club, and it still go hard as hell. So what was it like recording that classic song?
Knuck If You Buck, oh my gosh. I remember Little J. He is the like mastermind behind this sound that I'm talking about, this been able to continue to live. And he and all the boys made beats. Don't get me wrong, Killer C, MIG, Psycho Black, they made beats as well. But I would never forget, most of the production was at his house, and he had the equipment in his house, and we could not cuss, so we had to wait. We had to wait for their father to go to the store to probably grab some snacks, or at the time their little sister and brother was involved in activities, to pick one up from school to take to practice. So you had to be rehearsing that verse. You better have in science class and math, by the time your tail was on that bus, you better have that verse. Remember, because that chance, that small window that we had for his dad to go to the store, was that only chance you had to record your verse.
Being that you are on a reality show now, reality show sex tapes are a thing now. If Vivid, how much does Vivid need to give you to do a tape?
I don't think I'll do a sex tape.
You keep saying you don't think. That means there's a possibility, a hope.
Okay, I won't do a sex tape.
Okay, there you go.
I would do Playboy before I did a sex tape.
Okay, Playboy would be dope. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Okay. Hugh, if you're watching, where's your mindset in these pictures? The first one is the one we took here in Global Grind in 2011. What was your mind state on this roof? What were you thinking at that moment? Do you remember?
I was so happy because at the time I was independent, and you know, coming into this industry, coming already with a major, and the industry was different. Like, anything can pretty much go now. Back then it was so much that you couldn't do. You couldn't have kids, you couldn't whatever, and I was at a point to where I was like, I really want to learn the industry. I want to learn the game and the ropes, and knowing how to move in parts, and having the label, you know, the whole independent world. And to have been dropping my video off, debuting it on 106 in Park, of no label, all money spent from myself out of my pocket, and wonderful relationships that God has blessed me to continue to have for so long. And just being in New York, like, wow, like, you know, God is good. I really did it. I'm happy to be here, you know. And then later on, that year was, I think, the first time I got nominated, because I got nominated two years in a row. Okay. No label. So it was amazing. I was in a good space, and it was peaceful. It was beautiful. New York is always beautiful at night. The city that never sleeps.
This is the picture from King Magazine. What was your mind state when you did that picture right there? What were you thinking?
Oh my gosh, I was 19 years old. Shouts out to Polo Grounds, Brian, Cookies and Milk, Kiki and Amy, everybody, and King, just for that opportunity. Everybody on that set was so amazing. I had the flu, literally. I had the flu when I took that. I was in this warehouse. It was freezing cold. I was having body aches. I was damn near naked. And that was my first time really giving them something. Because like you said, you know, it was chatters. Oh, she's sexy. And it's like, okay, I owe it to my fans. Like, all right, I'm going to open up a little bit, showing some skin. And when I seen those pictures, and shout out to Derek J, because Derek J, he did my hair for that shoot. When I seen those pictures, I was like, wow. I was blown away.
What's your favorite strip club moment in Atlanta?
My favorite strip club moment is Magic City. And I don't know if it's, and I like the fact that it's kind of small. You can be in a corner. When you walk in and the money is all the way to your knees, you can't even see your shoes. Like, the money's literally to your knees, and you got the girls, I forgot their name, they're gonna kill me. It's a group where they'll fly, they'll swing, they'll be hanging like at the circus from pole to pole, like, and they be turned.
That's our show for today, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Join us next week when we make Instagram models mud wrestle alligators.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Diamond, and you're watching Global Grind TV.
I'm secure. It's just I'm saying, watch these bitches, nigga. You better watch these bitches. I'm just.
Pensabas que no te iba a olvidar, encerrada en mis recuerdos, llorándote de lejos y no.